So enough of the intro. For a little bit of background on Otem's Defiance, the game is an on-rails 3D platformer of sorts. You play as Otem, a child who's been chosen as a sacrifice to the gods of his tribe. You disobey your own tribe's orders to be a sacrifice and fight around the ring-shaped arena. In this arena, totem-like objects attack you from the center, with an array of attacks ranging from fire to magic to ice and a whole load of other crap. You fight back against the totems by getting bolts which lay around the sections of the circle. You attack the circular parts behind the face of the totem to destroy it. That's pretty much the gist of the game right there. Okay, so now when we go to gameplay, the game is designed similar to that of a 3D platformer, with good graphics if only a little bit basic. It's got cool designs and it definitely has a comic book feel to it, and I think that's sort of going by the story of the game, you sort of see that more and more and see what the designers were trying to do. The controls are tight and you learn more moves the longer you play, with certain things making the game more functional and a little bit easier to play with. For example, soon in the game you learn how to double jump, and boosts start helping you with the game as well. All of these controls feel natural, while though certain power-ups in the game do make it harder to play when they really shouldn't. Though there are also things similar to like in Mario, where if you get a negative power-up, you can reverse your moves and it can cause the game to become even more difficult, with your shooting button reversing with your movement button, and it just becomes far more difficult to play. Okay, so now with the artistic design, you can see the game is a very nice looking game, and I really do appreciate the hard work which has gone into the design. The comic books and the in-between levels look fantastic, and the art style is incredibly impressive at this area, and it just makes me think that perhaps the gameplay could have been a little bit better considering the art style is so good. The actual art in-game looks a little bit bland and it's a little bit boring, but the character and the totems all look very polished, even if some parts of the areas don't. The general gameplay, well, the game starts off quite easy, but I think that's sort of normal in a game like this. It teaches you how to move, it teaches you how to play the game, and it gets gradually more difficult with more totems being added with different types of moves. Also, different levels add different parts to the game, which makes it more difficult, with new tiers of difficulty. Each area has its own boss which you have to defeat before you move on to the next section as well. In overview, I quite like the game, to be honest, but what I don't like about it, it feels like it just lacks that je ne sais quoi, or that little bit something which is needed in a PC game. It's quite repetitive a little bit at the time, and it can feel like it's a bit of a chore to complete. Then again, it's also challenging enough to make you not seem like you're just going through the motions. As well as that, you know, I feel like it could be a game which is more suited to a mobile device, and I think the controls could really work well on it. But also on the PC, I also think it's an alright game, and I do think it's a decent game for if you were getting it on sale or something like that, or in a bundle. I think the developers have definitely created something here which is aesthetically pleasing on that level, because it's built in a way which looks nice and it's different in certain ways, but yet it's also somewhat familiar, and it feels like a game that you could have played before in a past life, maybe. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely think it's something interesting, and if you're looking into it, I would recommend the purchase.